Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we are going to dive deep into selecting and manipulating data frames using Pandas. This is one of the most fundamental skills in data analytics and data science because before you can analyze your data set, you need to know how to access the right rows, columns, and clean up any messy data. What we will cover in this today's video, we will cover selecting columns and rows in multiple ways using .select underscore Dtypes to find column types, why focusing on text columns is safer, and how to clean them using .string.strip. So let's jump right in. Before jumping in, let me show you this is the data frame I have created already for you, and let me show you some changes here. As you can see, the row number are different from the default one. By default it is 0 1 2 3 4. I have given a1 a2 a3 a4, and this is for index numbering, like how do Python start counting. By default Python start counting from 0 1 2 3 4 5, means Python count series start from 0. So this is, I have added this column. This is not default by default in any data frame. This is just for your reference purpose. Why? Because we will look in, when we will look into this topic, dot iloc open and close square bracket, we have to use it just to make sure you understand all this, right? So I have added all this, and even though I have done some manipulation, like I have given this David some space. Here I have not given any space. See, there are some space in between the names, right? See Akash, or you can see in London there is a space, right? I have given this intentionally so that we could learn the use of .string.strip in the last, I mean end section of the video of this video. Let me tell you that. And if you notice, I have done this with some extra spaces. There's nothing else, this is just extra spaces that I have added, right? So let's jump into the first topic, that is how to select columns. So selecting columns, right? And let's write this here, selecting columns, right? So there are two ways of selecting columns: selecting one column and selecting, oops, what happened, selecting more than one column, right? Simple. So here there are two different things, so we have two different approach as well, right? So for selecting what column, it is sweet and simple. We have to use this data frame name, then inside this square bracket, what you have to write, you have to write the column name. Sweet and simple, no rocket science, sweet and simple, right? So we know the format, what is the for what actually the format will look like. Now let's write it on a proper way. So it is like df dot class 3, this is the data frame name. Then you have, let us take the column name of column called name. Okay, let's take this only name, one column, and let's run it. So what we have did, we have written the data frame name. Okay, data frame name written, sweet and simple. One close and open square bracket, sweet and simple, given that as well. And inside the open and close maps string, we have to write just column name. So we have written name. Okay, see what we have got, we have got all this column name. And if you can see one thing, it is not aligned properly. Why? Because in starting section of the video I have told you, I have given some space, extra space between the names. So due to extra space between the names are not in a proper line. If you can see here, the names are not in a proper line. Okay, we will get to know how to remove this, no need to worry about. So what's the thing, what's the format? Just let me write the syntax for this is data frame name, single open and square bracket, column name. So that's done, that is for one column. And what it has given us, it has given us the entire name column. Suppose if we want multiple columns, I will just pass a list inside a bracket. And what's the syntax for that? Syntax for this, let's keep it raw, is data frame name, ठीक है, open and close bracket, you will write this first column name, oops sorry, column name 1 and column name 2, ठीक है. Sweet and simple. You have to use this to open square bracket and closing square bracket, and inside that you have to write the column names whatever you need, but the column name should be more than one. More than one means you have to make this section a list, and list means we are using one single column only, but inside this we are making a list of columns. ठीक है, that's why it looks like two open and square bracket. ठीक है, it's the syntax for writing this, and let's write it on a original way. Df class 3, that is data frame name. Okay, data frame name written. Then inside the list we have to write the column list, I mean column names which are in a list. Okay, so what we need name, that is column name 1. Okay, done and dusted. And let's write the second, which is the column name 2. We have to write age. Okay, and let's run this and see what output do we get. Okay, sweet and simple, we have received the two column names, that is name and that is age. Okay, now comes the main part we have done for the column, and now let's look at rows. So let me write this here as well. Select rows in a data frame, right? Keep this as a markdown and let's jump into the query. So what is the syntax for this? We have two kind of syntax we will use with with row name, with rows index name or index number, like it would be better to write this index number. Okay, there are two way to write this, two way to find out the rows. Okay, so first what we will learn by using loc, that is location, that is with dot loc, that is location, we select the index level. ठीक है, for example row with index suppose a1. ठीक, this is the index level, right? Or you can say row level, it is better to say row level, it better to say that, because each row is having a particular label for them. See, like Akash row is having a particular name, that is A3. And suppose we need, what happened for this right now? Suppose we need third, that is Akash wala name. So we have to write, when you use dot loc, you have to write the row ka name. ठीक है? Let's write this. What is happening here right now? Yeah. So what is the syntax for this? Syntax for this is nothing but data frame name dot loc open close bracket, and you have to write the index name present in the data frame. ठीक है, sweet and simple, and this is the syntax, and we will go to write the actual syntax by following this rule. What is the data frame name? Let's write this class 3, then .loc we have written that .loc, open and close bracket, and we have to write the index name that is present in the data frame. Index name present in the data frame. Okay, we need to find the data for Akash, and Akash having a row name as A3. That is the index name. So we will write simple A3. Just a minute. Okay, and let's run it. When we run it, see what we have received. We have received all the detail for Akash row in the output. That's it. You have to write the index name. Whatever is there in the index name doesn't matter. Suppose here we have 101, 102, 103, 104, 105, 106. You have to write 103 in here. Anything which is present here without a column name is called index naming, or you can say row naming as well. Okay, anything without the column name, and by default it will be present in each of the data frame in Python. Okay, now as we have learned about this, now let's learn about this rows index number. How to write this? Dot iloc. Okay, in dot iloc, what is the use, what is the meaning of I? That is index location. I ka matlab index. Okay, so with dot iloc we select by position, and what's the position in Python? Default position starts from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. ठीक है, default position start from 0. Sweet and simple, right? So we, what is the syntax for this? So what's the syntax for this? It is like data frame name dot iloc, and you have to write the default index number in Python. ठीक है, what's the default index number? Start from 0. ठीक है, and to make sure you feel easy to know about it, I have made a column for that as well. Suppose we need the data for Varun, and when by using iloc. Okay, by using iloc, so what is the index positioning of Varun in Python point of view? Varun, it will be like 0. Okay, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So when we need to find the detail of any row by using this index numbering in Python, you have to use iloc. Why? Because I stands for index. That's it. And in loc, loc is just called location. Iloc is index location, right? So let's what happening in this? So let's write the, I mean command with the help of this syntax. ठीक है, data frame name क्या है? Class 3 dot iloc, open and close bracket, default index numbering in Python. What is the default index numbering in Python for Varun? Let's count this from starting. It is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. ठीक है, ठीक है, and let's run this. We got Varun, right? Index numbering, sweet and simple. Index numbering you have to write. Why? Because we are using the function called index location. So in index location it is sweet and simple. We have to use the index numbering. Nothing rocket science. It is easy to use. Let me tell you that it is very easy to use. Take, and now comes the bonus part. Let me put this thing in charging. Now let's come the bonus part. That is, as I've told you, each and every video will have a bonus topic in this. So what's the bonus part? In bonus part, we will find the range of rows. So range of rows using both the condition, both the method, that is using .loc and .iloc as well. So we will see the range of rows by using .loc. ठीक है? Using .loc. ठीक? And now let's write the syntax for this. What's the syntax for this? Oh, sorry. Data frame name. ठीक है? Data frame name .loc, open and close bracket, and you have to write the range of the data frame, whatever data you need. Sweet and simple, right? Suppose we need data from Akash to Sid, and we have used .loc. In .loc we have to write the location name, location for rows का location या फिर index का location. It is better to say rows का location because you will get confused, as it is the starting videos. It will take time to for you to cope up with this kind of function name. So it is better to say कि rows का location. What's the rows location for Akash to Sid? It is A3, A4, A5. So what you will write here? Simple starting row name, sorry, name till and row name. ठीक है? Easy, sweet and simple, no rocket science. ठीक है? Let's write. By seeing this syntax, we have to write the command. ठीक? Let's go for it. Data frame name. So what's the data frame name? df class 3. Done. Right now what we have to write? .loc. .loc. Okay, written. Open and close open and close square bracket. And now what we have to write? Starting row name and ending row name, whatever data we need. So let's wait a minute. Let me write this. Starting row name we need Akash, and ending row name should be Sid. ठीक है? So starting row name will be A3, as this is what we say string format. We have to write inside this string name. ठीक है? If only number will be there, it is okay to write the number here without this string ka comma. If there is alphabet, you have to use this open and close string comma. ठीक है? So what is the starting for this? Akash is the starting and ending is Sid. So we have to write A5. So what data we will get? Akash, Sid and Sid. Let's see. See, this is what we have received. A3 starting row name. Okay, done, correct. And ending row name also, that is A5. A5. ठीक है? We have received three data. We have received the range of rows. But there is a twist when we use .iloc. ठीक है? Let's see what's the twist here. .iloc. So .iloc also goes by the range format only. This format only we will go. But we have, as I have told you, when we use, just a minute, df, let me write this. As I have told you, when we use I, that is index, we have to write the index numbering. So let's take the same index numbering but it will be different. We need David, Akash, and Sid. Okay, so what's the syntax for this? Syntax for this. Okay, what's the syntax for this? It is same as this, but here is a twist. And what's the twist? I will tell you. You have to write data frame name, done and dusted, iloc, because you are using the index row positioning to find the details. Here you have to write the starting row name, and here you have to write the ending row name. But the twist is you will receive data from you will receive data where row name means starting row number. Let me write this starting row number rather than starting row name. Row position is better. Starting row position is better to write, and ending row position, right? So you will receive the data where starting row position will be there, then everything will be there, but means starting row position will be included, where starting row position data will be included, and ending row position data will not be included, means ending row data will not be included. Okay, means what? Let me repeat this once again. Starting row position and ending row position we have to write. As I've told you, I need data for David, Akash, and Sid. So as I've written here, you will receive starting row position data, and in this starting row position data will be included till ending row position data, but ending row data will not be included. Ending row data is Sid. As I told you, I need 1, 2, 3. Let's write this. Df class 3 dot iloc, and let's write 1, 2, 3. What we have received? See, let me write the. So what we have received? We have received starting row position, that is 1, because we have written 1. Everything will be included from starting to ending. Everything will be included. Okay, everything is included, and ending row position is not included. That is 3. Do we get 3 in the output? That is, do we get Sid in the output? No, right? So remember one thing, when you use index numbering or index positioning in Python, remember that ending row will never be reflected in the output, and that is by default. That is in default in Python databases, right? In default, you won't receive the last row number that you have written. And if you need to find out SID name, suppose we need actually this 3 rows, you have to write this dot iloc 1 to 4, and you will receive SID. Why? Because 4 will not be included. 4 is this one, A5. A5 will not be included. Why? Because iloc contains starting data till ending ka data, but ending data will not be included in the output. Ending data is not there in the output. Starting data will be there. Whatever in the middle will be there. Ending row ka data will not there, right? As I've written here, ending row data will not be included. Starting row data will be included, plus whatever data in between starting and ending row will be included. and ending row data will not be included. That's the thing. Okay? Sweet and simple. And it is by default in Python. We cannot do anything. If we need the full data, matlab if we need Sid ka data as well, like David, Akash, and Sid, that is A2, A3, and A4, we have to write 1 to 4. Okay? We have to write 1 to 4. Why? Because 1 will be included when you use iloc. Remember that. 1 will be included, 2 will be there, 3 will be there, last will be not there as usual. Last will be not there, right? So that's the thing. Okay? So this is the bonus part, and these things will be used a lot. Wait a minute. And this thing will be used a lot in the project as well. So make sure you take care of this, and any doubt you can ask me in the comment section. Okay? That's the bonus part. Finding the range of rows. Let me write this. What happened there? Finding the find the range of rows. Okay? Find the range of rows. Take. So this is the thing. This is easy and not that tough. Easy to understand and easy to use as well. Okay? And this is just for your knowledge that how Python indexing work and how Python indexing counts work. It start always from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. It won't be there in actual data sets. Let me tell you, this is for your reference I have added. Okay? As you can see, index used for .iloc. Okay? And now let's move to the second part of the topic, or second part of the video as well. Let's write this. What's the second part of the video? That is finding column types with select underscore d types. ठीक है? Finding column types with okay dot select underscore d types. Take, this is the function name, right? Easy, sweet, and simple. Let me give a space so that you would be able to understand it easily. So what is it all about? Like, all right, now let's say I have a larger data set with many columns, and some are numbers, some are text, some might be dates. Here we don't have dates in the data frame, but in actual project you will be having dates. Dates means actual date, right? Instead of manually checking each column, Pandas has given us a very sweet function, that is dot select underscore d types. What is the use? And this is super handy, let me tell you, to filter columns by their type. Now let's write this, and okay, let's write the syntax first. Syntax for this. Okay, let's write the syntax first. What's the syntax? We will be having data frame name. I will write the syntax. So why I am writing the syntax? So that it will be easy for you to memorize. Take, then dot this. Oops, I'm very sorry. Select d types. ठीक है, dot select d types. This is the function name that we have written, and right now we will use two things, that is include or simple exclude. ठीक है, simple include or exclude, and we have to write the data type name. Data type name here. ठीक है, this is the format. Data type name in the data frame. ठीक, sweet and simple, and we have to use any one of this. We cannot use both, and that's why I've given or. ठीक है, include or exclude, what we will write, data type name in the data frame. Let's see how many data types do we have in this data frame. So it is df class 3 dot d types. Take. So we have how many columns? 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's see, do we have this 3 columns or is Python writing like this? See, we have 4 columns right now. Index lock, okay, index lock, name is there, age is there, and city is there. So what are the data types name? We have integer, we have object, we have integer, and also we have object. See, sweet and simple, very easy. No rocket science here, no, I would say no hard coding here as well. Suppose, and this is the format for finding out data types. Okay, let me write this. Use dot d types to find data types. And what's the syntax for this? Syntax for this is data frame name dot d types. Okay, this is the syntax for this, and it is no rocket science. Let me tell you, data frame name dot d type. So data frame name was the data frame name, df dot class 3, and d type. Sweet and simple. We have in this, what you will get, you will get the column names and also the data types name for each and every column. Okay, and this is the format for d types. Format for d types, data types, right? This is not the thing. Take, let me write this here so that it will be easy for you to understand. And right now, let's use this thing. Kya? Select d types. Okay, and what is the way to write data frame name? Let's write this df class 3 dot select d types. Anything we can do. Let's go with the include part. Take, let's go with the include part and write data type name in the data frame. So what we have in this table, what kind of data type do we have in this table? We have object and we have integer. Okay, let's include object. Okay, but we have not to write the object like this, we have to write like this. Okay, so in object, when we use this select data types include object, tell me what columns do we get? Okay, you are correct. We will get those column where object is there. Where we have object, we have name and city as object in the data frame. Okay, let's run this. Yeah, what we got here, let me delete this. Yeah, what we got here, object, as I have told you, name and city. We have got name and city. Why? Because we have done include object. Now same thing we will do by using exclude. Okay, so what's the thing? Data frame name, that is df class 3 dot, then what's the function name? Select d types. Okay, there's a spelling mistake. D types. Take, now we will use exclude. Take, include we have done and dusted. Here we will use exclude. Take, just let me write this. Using include. Okay, right now we will use exclude. Take, I hope you are with me, everyone. I hope nobody is sleeping right now, because it might be kind of boring, but let me tell you, when we do project, it will be really interesting. Okay, so what we will exclude here? Let's exclude object. Let's exclude object and see what do we get. Okay, objects. Okay, so one more spelling mistake. Objects. So what data frame we have here? We have integer and object. And here what we are doing? We are excluding objects. When we exclude object, what we will get in the output? Obviously, we will get those where object is not there. So we will get integer, that is index, iloc and age. Why? Because I have excluded object here. Okay, you can see excluded objects here. And let's run this and see what data do we get in the output. Objects. Okay, object, not objects. See, when we excluded object means we have excluded these things, correct? So when we exclude these things, what we have left in our hand right now, we have integer left in our hand right now, so we will get only integers. This is what we have received here in the output. No rocket science, guys, just easy, simple thing. No hard coding. You might be thinking, yes, Python is like always coding. No, it's not about that. One liner thing, you get the full data frame. Easy, simple, right? No hard coding, just one function and you will get the data. That's it. And what we have find out in this example, where we have used dot select dtypes include object, it returns name and city because these are text columns while age is numeric. So we have not received age because we have included object here. We haven't included integer, right? Vice versa for this as well, excluded integers, excluded objects, so we have received integers, right? And this is really useful when you want to apply cleaning function only to specific type of data. Let me tell you, we will do data cleaning in Python, and these things are very much useful during data cleaning. And as a data analyst, let me tell you, it is it is, I would say, god level kind of function, let me tell you, right? One liner thing, but yeah, it is god level type of function. Everybody uses. If you have any friend, anyone working as a data analyst, ask them, they will be happy to hear that. Let me tell you, they will be very happy to hear like this objects, I love these functions. Yeah, now let's move to part 3 of this video, that is why we should target string column for a safe, to be on the safe side. Okay, so let's write this, what we have given actually here, finding column. Okay, let me write this, targeting, what should we write, targeting string column. Okay, string column for for safe cleaning. Cleaning what? Data cleaning, right? Same, data cleaning for safer data cleaning, correct? Sweet and simple. No. Okay, okay, mark down, right. No issues. Targeting string columns for safer data cleaning, right? Let me switch off the AC first. Yeah. So now here's a pro tip. Let me tell you, it's not a bonus thing, but here's a pro tip. Most of the time, it's the string column that gives us trouble. Believe me, if I'm saying this, most of the time it's the string columns that gives us trouble, then yeah, it is true. Why? Because text data often has extra spaces at start or end, and mix casing like let me show you here one thing. Mix casing like it's yeah, mix casing like this. New York will be there with a space and New York will be there without a space, like this kind of thing. Okay? And also hidden characters. See, for example, you can look at the city and name. Okay? City and name column. We have New York, we have two New Yorks here, right? First New York is having a space at starting, but second New York is not having a space anywhere. It's compact, easy to use. You can see this David as well. David have a space at starting, but here you can see this David is having no space from start or ending. But this, when you find out in a data frame, final data frame, you will say, okay, there is no issue with that. Where's the space? Space will be there in raw data, the raw data that you receive from either from freelance client or either from your stakeholders. They will have this messy data, raw data, or I would say dirty data, which you have to clean at starting phase. Why? Because for Python, these two data are unique. Why unique? Because here David is having a space and here David is having no space. So for Python, these two David are unique. Okay? Although everything will be same, but it will be unique for them. Why? Because of this single space. So pandas treat them as completely different values. Believe me. Okay? And let's run to this. Yeah. So what will happen, when we analyze, like before we analyze data, we usually target object or string column for cleaning. And how do we clean? We use str.strip. That is, just a minute, cleaning using str.strip. ठीक है? Simple, sweet and simple as that. Cleaning using this. Actually, this is the function. This is the function which we actually use. Str.strip, right? And here's where .string.strip comes to rescue. I will show you with the data set what it will do. Actually, what it will do, it will remove the leading and trailing spaces in string column. So let's apply it to name and city. Why name and city? Because if I show you here, uh, if I show you here, name and city are those column which are having string data, means which are having text data. No doubt here also we have text, but this is not a column. This is row positioning, row numbering. No column name is there. No need to worry. We have these two columns where string is there. String matlab text. ठीक है? Do we have string here? No, we have numbers here. Do we have string here as well? No, we have numbers here. See 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You have 25, 30, 35, 40. Numbers are there, right? Simple numbers are there, nothing else. So what we will do, we will use this function .str.strip to remove any, I mean any space. Doesn't matter if it is at the starting of the text, if it is at the ending of the text, doesn't matter. We have to remove it, and there is only one formula, that is string.strip. So let's write the syntax first. Syntax for this .string.strip. ठीक है? Let's write it in a raw way. So you have to first write the data frame column name. ठीक है? Data frame name, and you have to write the column name. As I have told you earlier, one column name should be written like this with a single bracket, right? I have shown you in the video as well. Where is it? When you write one column name, you have to use this single bracket. So we are using this. ठीक है? You have to do equal to, and you have to write again data frame name, then column name. Whatever column name you are changing, this means you are using for data cleaning, you have to write this. Then you have to write, this strip. That's it. ठीक है? What is it all about? Is it all about data frame name, column name? Okay, we have to, let me write this. Column name, you have to write this, and you have to write this as well. Column name, then strip, then string, then strip. Means data frame column name, whatever column name you are using, this thing, equal to then data frame column name dot string dot strip. If you don't use this, suppose you are not using this, you are writing just Let me remove this. If you are writing this now, it will just show on a temporary basis. It won't show on a permanent basis. And if you write this, means column name equal to then column name using string dot strip, it will be on a permanent basis. Let me tell you that if you removing this and just writing this command, it will be showing you in a temporary basis, and we do not need in a temporary basis because data cleaning is done on a permanent basis, so that we could save some time. Okay, same thing we will write here as well for column 2. Okay, no rocket science, and let's write this actual command by using taking a reference of this. So what we have, data frame name. What's the data frame name? Df class 3, then open and close bracket. What's the column name? We have name. Okay, then equal. Okay, we have given a equal as well. Then what? Data frame name. What's the data frame name? Again, df class 3. What we have to write? The column name. I think you are with me right now, right? But cursor is not with me. Okay. Name, you have to write the column name, then dot str. Okay, str is string, nothing else. It is just string. We call string short form of string, and then strip dot strip, strip. Okay, done and dusted. Let's run this. Nothing will come. Why? Because we have not written this. That's why we have received each and everything. And right now, if I write, see, each and everything is on a single line. Why I have given only name ka column to show you each and everything in a single line. And why I have used this, if you go to my previous part of this video, I have done one thing. Let me show you what I have done. When I was teaching you related to this name, you see each and every name is not aligned on a proper line. Why, you know? Because any either of the name is having a space at the end or at the starting phase. See, now is everything aligned? No, because we are having space here, maybe here, maybe here somewhere, right? But right now, if you check, same thing we have done, same formula, same command we have done with removing all the spaces, and with this same command, you see all the spaces are removed, and each and every name in the data frame is showing on a single line. You can see here, right? Now let's move to the second part. Let's copy this and paste it. And what is the second string column? Means column having only string data types, that is city. So let's write the city name here as well. Okay, city, correct. And let's run this and see what do we get. Nothing, no error. Okay, let's write this df class 3, means that's the data frame name and city. Okay, you see each and everything here is properly aligned in a single line, just like name. Why, you know? Why, you know that extra spaces are gone and the values are clean. Okay, and let me tell you a bonus part, just a bonus part, but I recommend to not use that thing. That is, if you want to remove space from only left or only right, you have to use this thing like dot str dot l strip. L strip means left. If you want to remove the spaces in the string object, data type object, from the only left side, not the right side, only left side, then use L strip. Same goes for the right, dot R strip. ठीक है? In this, what will happen, you know? Left का space जो है, the left space will not be affected, will not be corrected. If any text is having a space on the right side, that will be corrected. ठीक है? So this tiny step can save you from hours of confusion in analysis. But if you ask me, As a data analyst, I have never used this. I have always used dot strip because it removes the space. Doesn't matter from left, from right, from top, from bottom. There is no space from top and bottom. Let me tell you, there is only space either at the starting point or either at the end point. Starting point means left, end point means right. Sweet and simple. So we won't use this as well in project. We will use this in project. Okay? Please remember the steps, and these are very information kind of thing. So this is the last topic of the video. We are done and dusted, and let's wrap up for today what we learn and how to do. We have selected columns and rows using this single open and close bracket, then dot log is what? Dot location, and dot iloc. Dot iloc means dot index location. Okay? Second part, we have used dot select underscore d types to filter columns by type. Take. Third part, we have understood why targeting string column is safer. We have targeted string column, and here what string column we have in the data frame, name and city, a string column in the data frame. Take. And the last but not the least for this video, we have cleaned them by using dot string dot strip. Take. And this is just the start of data cleaning with pandas. In future video we will dive deeper into handling missing values, fixing duplicates, dealing with inconsistent formatting. Lots of things are there. Let me tell you, by the end of this playlist you will not even touch SQL. Let me tell you that, because you will feel like SQL is more tougher, Python is easier. Let me tell you, actually Python is easier to use. Let me tell you that. And if you stick from start to bottom of this playlist, you will feel me and you will get my vibe. And let me tell you one thing, if you found this video useful and helpful, please hit the like button, subscribe, and click the bell icon as well. Also share it with your data science friends. So thanks for watching. I will see you in the next video. Till then, bye bye, take care, and please practice.